Well, good afternoon. We had intended this to be a surprise, but of course the wonderful news media, which we love, spilled the beans. Unless there are some among us who still don't know why we're here, but you'll soon find out. I'd like to acknowledge those with me on the platform, Provost Insler, Professor Feingold, Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dean Gupta of the School of Business, and a gentleman whom I will introduce further in just a moment. In the audience, there are trustees, Helene Sullivan, Lois Schlissel, Gary Rosenberg, and also members of various university president and school advisory boards. We invited you here today because this represents another and an important milestone in Adelphi University in general, and in particular the Adelphi University School of Business. In 1947, after the college, Adelphi College, became co-ed again, the returning veterans, most of them men, enrolled and wanted programs and courses in business. And so they launched the first business courses. And then in 1964, the courses and programs in business were organized into a proper school of business. In 2003, Horace Hagedorn made the first $1 million donation to the university by a living individual, and the start of a comprehensive campaign. And with that gift and recognition, we named Hagedorn Hall of Enterprise. He wanted to name the school, but I said, Horace, that's not enough money. The family went on, indeed, to be extremely generous over the years, and they rally around one feature of that gift, which endowed the annual Hagedorn Lecture in Corporate Social Responsibility. And I urge you all to come Wednesday night. Professor Michael Driscoll, Michael, raise your hand. Mike Driscoll, 6 p.m. in the University Center. And Professor Driscoll is going to talk about observations of an outsider from the inside, one person's view of Wall Street and where we lost our way. So I hope to see you all there on Wednesday evening. And then in 2007, we attained accreditation from AACSB, the primary accrediting body for schools of business. And as I recall, only some 10% of schools of business are in fact accredited. And we are now a candidate for reaccreditation. And today is another milestone because we introduce the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business, named in honor of our alum, trustee, chair of the board, and great benefactor, Robert Willemstad. Bob is an iconic figure in American business who well represents those themes of leadership and ethics which are central to AU 2015 and central to the mission statement of the School of Business, the Willemstad School of Business. And now I would like to turn to the provost to offer her remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Scott. Great universities come to be that way thanks to people and their actions. Those actions translate into moments that we can observe and appreciate and build upon. Our strengths are often built upon a progression of smaller moments, but occasionally we're fortunate enough to be a part of a big moment. This is just such a moment. Mr. Willemstad's very generous gift and the naming of our School of Business will significantly enhance the reputation for the School of Business, provide resources to better support faculty in their research and corporate and community outreach, help make critical scholarships available to the students in the School of Business, keep pace with the demands of a changing global marketplace and the challenges of healthcare management, allow for the evolution of more innovative and cutting-edge approaches to education, and create opportunities to enrich learning environments for all our students so they will be well placed to be the business leaders with the experience, ethics, integrity, and innovative perspective to succeed and lead. I and the entire academic community wish to thank you, Mr. Willemstad, for giving us this extraordinary opportunity. We are grateful for the confidence you place in us, deeply appreciative of your commitment to Adelphi and her students, and thoroughly energized about the possibilities which lie ahead. Thank you for all of us for this big, wonderful moment. And it is now my pleasure to introduce the Dean of the School of Business, Rakesh Gupta.
Thank you, Provost Insler, and of course, thank you, Mr. Willemstad, for your generous and transformational gift. Now, there is a saying that a pessimist sees a glass of water as being half empty, and that an optimist sees the same glass as half full. But a giving person sees the glass of water and starts looking for someone who may be thirsty. How true that is of Robert Willemstad, whose large gift will help to quench the thirst of those seeking a business education in the years to come. As we approach the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Business School, Mr. Willemstad's substantial gift, Janus-like, recognizes the school's innovations in the past half-century and provides for its future development and growth. As just 4 examples of our innovative programs in the past, in the 70s, the school brought the MBA program to the community through courses offered at public libraries all across Long Island. In the 70s and 80s, Adelphi on Wheels turned commuting time into learning time for nearly 1,000 commuters on the Long Island and Metro-North railroads. In the 90s, we beamed courses via live televideo conferencing to many corporate sites east of the Mississippi. And in the past 3 years, we have taken our students on faculty-led study abroad trips to China, Egypt, India, and Australia. Of course, as has been said, the past is simply just prologue. The greatest impact of Mr. Willemstad's wonderful gift will be in the future on the coming generations of students and on the faculty who will teach them at the Willumstad School of Business. I like the sound of that. The Willumstad School of Business. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a student from the current generation. He is an international transfer student, majoring in finance, a student senator, president of the Finance Society, and an exemplar of a truly engaged student, John Lim. John?
Ladies and gentlemen, President Scott, Mr. Willemstad, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty members, students, and guests, a very warm welcome. I'm honored to speak to you today as a humble representative of the students of the School of Business. I stand here in gratitude to share my story and to explain how Adelphi School of Business has helped shape me into the person I am today. I transferred here in 2010 as a sophomore from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Prior to that, I was living in Singapore and served as a flight attendant with the world's best airlines, Singapore Airlines. It is. Throughout my travels around the world, New York had always been one of my favorite destinations. When it was time to rest my wings, so to speak, I decided to begin my study of finance, an interest of mine since from when I attended college in Malaysia. During one of my trips to New York, I visited Adelphi. I knew I was drawn to its proximity to Wall Street and the city just in general. Before I knew it, I was on my flight to New York as a passenger. I was beginning a new journey as a student at Adelphi School of Business. I've immersed myself in the student life on campus. I'm the president of the Finance Society, a member of STAT, Students Today, Alumni Tomorrow, School of Business Senator in the Student Government Association, a resident assistant, and have been inducted into 4 honor societies. Through the School of Business, I've met amazing faculty members and administrators who've helped me to get accustomed to life here in America. Not only did they assist me in getting my current internship in Merrill Lynch, but their continued availability, advice, and support have added to my educational experience. The opportunities in the School of Business are boundless and widespread. I encourage all students to take full advantage of what is available to us. For instance, the James Riley Jr. Trading Room, which is outfitted with Bloomberg trading terminals, allowing students to explore markets and make deals in real time. I've not only been able to use these terminals, but I had the pleasure of being in Mr. Riley's class and speaking at the room's dedication ceremony. I've also been able to organize and attend many interesting educational seminars. As the president of the Finance Society, with the help of several university departments, I was able to secure the national bestseller, author of Never Eat Alone, Mr. Keith Ferrazzi, to give a motivational seminar here at Adelphi. My experiences at Adelphi have taught me the importance of networking early and often. I've met not only amazing classmates, but alumni as well. People with great potential and intellect, with many dreams and goals, with sincere determination and passion. I am glad I chose Adelphi, and I am privileged to be a part of this community, and I'm honored to be a part of the history that is being made today. In closing, on behalf of the student body, I would like to thank Mr. Robert Willemstad, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, for an investment in both the School of Business and Adelphi University, and me. You will reap the harvest with the seeds you have planted today. Dreams are the seeds of change. Nothing ever grows without a seed, and nothing ever changes without a dream. Thank you.
Thank you, John, Rakesh, and Gail, very much. Wonderful remarks. Most of you know that we have been in a comprehensive campaign, the first ever in the 116 or so year history of the university, to be undertaken and to have some success. When our consultant made a recommendation to the board about the campaign, she thought, since it was the first ever campaign, we should set a goal of 35 million. Some of us thought that was a little modest and we ought to shoot for 56 million. Well, Bob Willemstad's gift of $9.5 million puts us over the 56 and brings us to 58.5. So who'll make it 60? Onward. The new web page is up. Please check it for news about the Willumstad School. The Board of Trustees approved the naming in December, and I will present the formal signed resolution framed to Mr. Willemstad at the conclusion of the ceremony. But it says about the history of business, and whereas in 2007 the school earned AACSB accreditation, and whereas capitalizing on the last 10 years of impressive growth, the School of Business is now poised to enter into a new period of progress, opportunity, and purpose, and whereas Robert B. Willemstad is a highly accomplished and well-respected corporate executive who has distinguished himself through his remarkable career in business, his active involvement in the community, and his steadfast commitment to Adelphi. And whereas Robert B. Willemstad, who took undergraduate courses at Adelphi, received an honorary Doctor of Laws degree from the university in 2005 in recognition of his outstanding professional and civic contributions. And whereas Robert B. Willemstad has provided years of leadership and guidance to Adelphi as a member of the Board of Trustees, having first been elected to the board in 2005 and elected chairman in 2011. And whereas a charter member of Adelphi's $1 Million Roundtable, Robert B. Willemstad has made extraordinarily generous commitments to the Campaign for Adelphi, the first ever campaign, including one of the cornerstone gifts in response to the Adelphi's first ever Kresge Challenge. And whereas Bob Willemstad has made this extraordinary gift that we announced today, the Board of Trustees and I wish to recognize Robert B. Willemstad's generosity and support in an appropriate manner which honors his contributions to Adelphi's growth and success. Therefore, be it resolved, on this day, December 12, 2011, the Board of Trustees of Adelphi University approves naming the School of Business the Robert B. Willemstad School of Business. Please rise and welcome Mr. Willemstad.
Thank you very much, all of you, and the kind words from all the speakers up here. I don't know where Chris Vopel is, but I didn't realize that this gift was going to take you $2.5 million over the campaign target. Had I known that, I would have negotiated a little bit differently. This is a very special honor for me. I could have never imagined as a kid growing up not too far from here that I would be in this position, both the position of being able to do it as well as being recognized by all of you. So it's a very special day for me as well. On Friday, I was asked to talk to the press, and I spoke to the Wall Street Journal and Newsday and one other publication. And I was asked the question, why Adelphi and why the business school? And the answer is pretty simple for me. I've been very fortunate in my business career, and I've looked for ways to give back to the community. And I have been involved in a number of other philanthropic efforts, but nothing on Long Island. And I had actually been interested in trying to find an opportunity where I could participate and give something back to this community. I was brought up here myself, not too far from here. I actually lived in Garden City for a period of time. Both of my children were born here, and as well as my grandchildren who still reside here on Long Island. So I was really interested in finding an opportunity to participate. I had a chance to meet Dr. Scott back in 2005. Little did I know I was going to be part of the startup of this campaign, but I thought he was just a nice guy, came by to say hello. He said he is, in case anybody didn't hear him. We met, and I was very impressed not only with Dr. Scott, but with, at the time, this was in 2005, the remarkable turnaround that was taking place here at Adelphi. And as I said, I knew Adelphi as a youngster here on Long Island. As I got to know and understand the work that's being done here, or had been done here up until that point in time, I did a little research of my own and really saw what a remarkable job that was going on here. And later in the year, Dr. Scott invited me to join the board, and I said, this is really an opportunity to give back, not only financially, but I really wanted to make a contribution personally in terms of my involvement with the school. And most any time I've given money, I always like to take an active role in the organizations rather than just writing a check. I joined the board in 2005, and it's been a remarkable experience. I have learned an awful lot. I've learned a lot about higher education. I've learned a lot about the academic world. Most of it I still don't understand, but I'm learning. But the reality is, I've been so impressed, not just with Dr. Scott, but with Gail and the whole administration, what a terrific job they've done managing and running this university, and certainly through some difficult times in the last few years. And I was so impressed with the work that was being done here. And when I think of Adelphi, I really think of it as more than just a university that provides education to students. While it does that wonderfully, it's really a central part of this community. I see Adelphi as an integral part, a fabric of Nassau County, Long Island, the cultural events that take place here, the economic engine that it is by virtue of its employment and the attendance of the students here. It's just a wonderful place and really has developed a fabulous reputation. So when I made this gift, I thought about not just contributing to Adelphi, but I really saw this as a gift to Nassau County, a gift to Long Island, and to this community. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people who've said, when they know I'm on the board, so-and-so's friend, relative went there. My grandchildren go to school out in the Huntington area. I've had teachers come up to me and say, I graduated from Adelphi. So the impact that this university has all across this region is really quite dramatic, and it's a real pleasure for me to be able to do this, but more importantly, to have my name associated with such a terrific university. So to me, that is the real gift here, is what this means to the community. I was also asked why the business school. And I said, it's one of the things I know a little bit about, not much else, but I've spent 40 years in the financial services and banking industry. And one of the attributes, I think, for Adelphi's business school is its proximity to New York City, the financial capital of the world. I think there are great opportunities for the business school in being linked more closely with the business community in New York City. And by the way, just to put in a plug for Mike Driscoll, who is a former banker, trader. We won't hold that against him, but I will be here on Wednesday for his presentation. When I was asked about the contribution to the business school, I said what I really wanted to do was find opportunities for the business school to leverage the other attributes of Adelphi. And while I was not trying to create a curriculum for you, Rakesh, about the healthcare, I tried to use healthcare as an example in how we might develop some of these programs. It didn't get translated that way exactly in the Wall Street Journal, but it actually sounded pretty good to me when I read it in the paper, so maybe it's not bad. This has really been a terrific experience, not only working with the team here, but I look forward to being more active and helpful both to the faculty at the business school and hopefully some of the students and graduates in the future. So again, I just want to say how proud I am to be associated with this university and all of you, and I really look forward to a great future here. Thank you.